sign, good sign. All right, everybody, it is December 6th, and Matt and I, say hi, Matt.
Hey guys, how you doing?
We are on Fort Knox, way back. Like
Way back.
a couple miles back. And we've run into some really good sign. Got a nice little cedar thicket over here. We're looking for some, a particular area that I found on the map. But anyway, we got Matt set up in the meadow that I've hunted twice now. Probably about 1,000 yards back that way. And not sure we're not going to move him. But it's about 3 o'clock. We've got about 2.5 hours to find a good setup. So I think I'm gonna get over here on this cedar thicket. We found a lot of rubs, a lot of sign. And I got some good shooting lanes on both sides. So this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, is the last gun season for the year here on Fort Knox. So we're scouting, getting everything set up, and then we'll be back in here first thing tomorrow morning. I want to be in stand by 5 a.m. So anybody else that comes in behind us, hopefully we'll push anything our way. So I know one thing, as far back as we are, haven't found any, we got way past where we started, last saw boot prints and other sign of an activity of humans. So we're going to keep pushing in and find a good spot to hang this climber, and then determine if we want to keep Matt up in that meadow or not. So guys, keep hanging in there. Tomorrow's hunt, next time I'm talking to you, it's going to be in a tree, and we're going to be after one of these big Fort Knox bruisers. So stay tuned. All right, good morning, Deer 30 Nation. And it is Sunday, December 8th, here with my buddy Matt. It is 35 degrees, and we are headed back to Fort Knox. And I'm just gonna be honest, we totally forgot to make a closing interview yesterday because we were exhausted. What, about 15 hours?
Oh my gosh.
About a 15-hour grind. So I just want to run through the hunt real quick with you guys. We got in early. We were already on post and set up by the time, it's 5 o'clock right now. We already set up this time yesterday. Sat there for 45 minutes in the dark, and then here comes a flashlight beep, coming on down the trail. And, that's part of hunting public land. And I kind of hit my flashlight to let the person know that where I was at. They flashed me back, and then they went right. And I text Matt, and I was like, I'm pretty sure this person just sat up like 35, 50 yards behind me. So the sun came up, and I'm kind of scanning with my binoculars down there. I don't see any orange. I don't see them. So I'm like, all right, well, maybe they went on. I mean, it's only, that track that we were on yesterday is just under 400 acres, but it's 2 tracks together is over 500 acres. Plenty of room for all of us to hunt. And so anyway, I'm set up, and about 9:30, I think, is when I told you I seen that doe at the far end of that cut that I was hunting yesterday morning. And when I say, I mean, this is back there. It's a mile, solid mile.
Gosh.
It's at least a mile.
A lot of hills.
So yeah, a lot of hills. So I got all the way back, seen the doe, nothing else. So about 10 o'clock, 10:30, I text Matt, and I was like, man, if you don't mind, why don't you walk back from where you're at? I want to drop this set. I'm going to move down to this other side where he actually had told me to set up the day before, by the way, because we found the better sign over there. I just found a better tree where I was at. So I was like, I'm just going to make a move. So tear everything down. Oh, wait a minute. So yeah, get down. Matt gets back there, tearing everything down, and boom! I mean, sounded like they were shooting at us. And me and Matt look, and here comes this 8-point, little 1.5 year 8-point running.
You hear him rack a shotgun.
Oh yeah, I mean he's close enough.
Shoots again.
And so we see this deer just beelining right to us, and it drops dead within what, maybe 20 yards of us.
Oh, not even.
Yeah, I mean right there.
He started like it was going to charge us, and he just fell. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, so he shot again, and later out we thought he was shooting at that buck, which was in front of us, so meaning he would have been shooting directly at us.
We weren't happy.
Was not happy about it. So we walk over to the man's deer, we find it for him, and we're doing the old, the whistle. Hey, here's your deer. Never responded, never heard from him. About 30 minutes later, I finally see Orange coming up the hill, and he made his way over there and said, yeah, shot a doe down there. I got this little buck, and so anyway, fiasco. So me and Matt hiked my set all the way to the other side of this cut, which is probably another 200 yards. Got up in a tree, the only good tree I could find. Got up there, couldn't go any further because of some branches. You're not allowed to cut branches out there. And there just had no shooting lane. So now I'm frustrated. I pull everything back down. So we're hiking all the way back, and I notice, I'm like, oh man, where's my my hanger? So we had to backtrack again to go find my hanger. Matt finds my hanger. Now I'm really frustrated. Another hunter comes by. We talked to him. He said his son's hunting up from us. His brother-in-law, him. I'm just like, holy crap. So I was like, man, do you stay or do you go? But, again, it's public land.
We're already out there.
Yeah, we're already out there. So just put in the time. Who knows? One of these other people will bump a deer to you. So climbed back up in a tree, got settled in for the night, and spent another 3.5 hours sitting there waiting for that prime time, that last 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And here comes that hunter from the other end. And I'm like, oh my God.
Can't win.
Cannot win for losing. So I dropped everything, loaded it all up. Look, guys, we went in on Friday and hung the set, and then all your gear you bring in with you. So I carried my full set and all my gear that I brought in with me that morning all the way back to Matt. We dropped the ridge down in this basically a oak flat bottom, timber bottom, and found a good tree to put it up in. We rehung my set. I'm going to be about 150 yards away from Matt this morning, so a lot closer. And we're going to try this one more time. We're going to put in a half day here. And
a long half day.
It's going to be a long half day. We are exhausted. And yeah, anyway, guys, we have been unsuccessful up to this point, but I'm feeling good about today, even though DeerCast has it as poor conditions.
And kudos to the hunter yesterday dragging both deer up by himself.
Yeah. By the way, that guy yesterday, we didn't film that. It wasn't our deer, and we didn't put him on film. But he loaded up. He pulled that doe all the way out of that bottom by himself. I helped him drag his deer to the edge of the road, or logging road. And then he field dressed that, loaded both of them on a cart that he already had to go back 1.5 miles out to go
take
get.
His set out.
Take his set out. Brought the cart, got his deers loaded, and he humped both of those deers on that deer cart all by himself.
He come cruising by me like an hour later. I was like, kudos.
So yeah, kudos to him. Congratulations on 2 harvests yesterday. We're going out and hoping we have some luck today, but I'm just not looking for a 1.5 year old. I mean,
no.
2-year-old. I'm looking for a mature buck to fill that second buck tag. And then I think if it gets late today and I do see a doe, I might go ahead and put a doe down, do some doe management for Fort Knox. That's why they want you out there. So guys, we're going to get after it. Hope you continue to stay tuned, and hopefully we'll be bringing you some good footage here in a little bit.
Let's hope.
Stay tuned. All right, guys, so as you can see, climbed down, got Matt down with me. So he's telling me, he's like, man, this wind is crazy.
It's brutal on top of that hill.
I'm like, really?
Brutal.
It's not windy down here at all.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't even know there was wind going on. He would tell me, and I was like, I don't know, maybe the top of the trees are moving a little bit. There's no wind down here. So about 30 minutes after getting set up, I heard a deer cruise by. And when I say cruise by, it could have been under me. I mean, it was close. So I text Matt, and I was like, hey, man, you got one headed up to you. Keep your eyes open. But heck, that was what, a good 45 minutes before legal.
Right.
And I'm setting up right as, you know, that gray light. I was just kind of scanning just as the sun was coming up, just past legal. I found a doe down here in this bottom, and then there were a couple more milling about 200 yards, 150 yards over on that hillside. So I was watching them for 10, 15 minutes, and I just happened to look down. There's a freaking 6-point right below me at 15 yards, just chilling. So I don't know, it might be the same one that went up. He might have just came back down. So I watched him for a while, got him on video. And then I watched all of those does, 6 in total, go down this whole length of this creek bottom, and then wrap back up here, which I'm thinking is a ridge that drops down into a bigger creek, a little valley. So I told Matt, I was like, man, come on down here. Let's see if we can jump something up, because we are not hunting all day today. I mean, we did a 15-hour grind yesterday. And I told my wife this morning, she's like, you hunting all day? And I was like, no, I will be home by lunch. So we're gonna go down here, see if we can jump anything up. I think those doe are bedded right down here, about 100 yards. And also do some scouting, just so we know in the future kind of if we want to make any changes or whatever. But I like this little spot.
Yeah.
Kind of wish I was just set up here the whole time. Seen some good deer movement. I can't believe you didn't see anything come out of the cedar thicket over there, but
It is what it is.
it is what it is. All right, guys, keep hanging in there. We're gonna go do some scouting, and then I think we're gonna call it a wrap. So stay tuned.